Good afternoon. It was a tough start, but things have been getting better for us today, though we are keeping some of that wildfire smoke around. Maybe you've been noticing it. It's getting a little hazy. Those sunrises and sunsets looking a little different. And this is from today, the Carrington area. Madeline shared this gorgeous photo with us. And you can see the sun at the bottom of the photo is a little more on the orange side, a little bit more on the smoky side. When we know we've seen these smoke events happen before, and we could tell the sun's looking a little bit different there. And we've gotten a few more of those photos and some pictures of just some general haze hanging around. Now, this is also combined with some fog that we've had this morning too across the region. But the wildfire smoke is making its way eastward. This is a map of areas in the U.S. where we've seen some of that smoke disperse. Of course, the wildfires have been out west, specifically in California, but in other parts of the Intermountain West too. And the weather pattern has been driving some of that eastward, as far east as Ohio so far, and it may even continue going further there. So across the tri-state area, both the Dakotas and into Minnesota, we're seeing some of that wildfire smoke. So we may notice that at sunset tonight. If you get any good pictures, we'd love to see them. You can go to valleynewslive.com and upload your photos there. You can also use the weather app, the First Alert Storm Team app, and the news app to upload your photos too. So here's a look at the latest. We've got lots of sunshine up north, and in the Southern Valley, there are some areas where we have a little bit of cloud cover. You can see some storms still trying to get going down by Sisseton, and just on that very southern edge of our viewing area. We could still see some of that happen this afternoon, but generally speaking, our storm chances are pretty much done. So let's move on over to the Gulf. Here's the latest look at Marco right now. Of course, this is a tropical storm. I've got it in motion, and you can very clearly see that center of circulation. I'm going to point it out anyway, but that's just off the Mississippi Delta there, and you can see a lot of the rain associated with it moving up to the Panama City coastline and then eventually making its way toward New Orleans here. So again, we just saw that story about that big concerns about that 1-2 punch here. And so we're going to see that tropical storm Marco near landfall or make landfall later on tonight as a tropical storm with current sustained winds at 50 miles per hour. It has been weakening. And then the other storm, Laura, that's going to follow on its heels. Right now, a tropical storm, 60 mile per hour sustained winds with the center of circulation right now around Cuba, moving to the west-northwest at 20 miles per hour. And you could see by Tuesday evening, we're becoming a hurricane at that point in time, and then increasing in intensity potentially as it nears that same coastline. The Louisiana and Texas coast could be a Category 2 storm. So definitely something we're going to be watching here across the U.S. for the weather. And in the valley, we do have our chances for rain and thunder. We're getting a little bit of a break right now, and that will continue through the rest of the afternoon. We're going to see highs in the upper 70s to some low to mid 80s. Not much wind today. A really nice summery day. We get more sunshine in the south too as we head into the afternoon and before that sun sets this evening. So a good opportunity to take a photo of a smoky sunset. And then heading into the nighttime hours tonight, we'll start to watch those temperatures dipping into the 60s, and we'll start off the day in the 60s tomorrow. Most of the day tomorrow looks great. There is a chance for some late thunderstorms, I would say closer to the Canadian border. If we do see them, it's a low-end risk, but still something to watch for. And Wednesday and Thursday, some brief, quick-moving rounds of rain and thunder could be moving through. So just more of an active week with no real big slam of storms necessarily, but of course, if you're the one impacted, that's going to be an issue. So we'll, of course, keep an eye on it for you and keep you up to date on that forecast. Still looking warm for this last full week of August.
Feels like just one day or even 1 week we're seeing everything from like super foggy to stormy, so it's crazy. Everything but snow. Thanks again, Lisa.